them church to lie. Them hide away the simple truth and watch the spirits die. Them promise progress, promise wealth with every word they speak. But all they bring is poor man's self and trials for the meek. They build their banks, they build their jails, they build their walls so high. But every single system fails beneath your mighty eye. Babylon system is a fraud, a trick upon the land. But I and I is their reward. Babylon system is a fraud, and we will all be free. They give you paper, call it gold. They give you poison food. A wicked story to be told to spoil your righteous mood. They make you fight your brother man for just a tiny piece. But we don't follow their weak plan. We work for love and peace. Their whole foundation, it is dust. Their power is a game. In Jah alone, we put our trust and call upon His name. Their time is short, their end is near, their judgment is at hand. Babylon system is a fraud, a trick upon the land. It's only God is their reward, head in their greedy hand. But I and I will never bow. Babylon system is a fraud, and we will all be free. ReggAI music. The sun goes down, the work is done. Another day passed by. We leave the wicked Babylon beneath your starry sky. We gather round the sacred flame, the wooded crack and spark, to speak the truth and call the name that lights up every dark. Pass the chalice, brother, the good herb burns so bright. For in this reasoning we gather to find the inner light. It's a reasoning by the fire, where wisdom can be found. Lifting our spirits ever higher, this consecrated ground. So we hold your girlfriend at our side, and this reasoning by the fire is where no truth can hide. We talk of things of life and right, of how we must be strong against the ones who love the night. Be free in these confusion days. We share the visions that we see through the sacramental haze of how a people can be free. This ain't no idle chatter, no. This is a sacred art, and the smoke it rises to the sky, a prayer for all to see. The reasoning by the fire, where wisdom can be found. Lifting our spirits ever higher on this consecrated ground. With the holy earth to guide our thoughts and brethren at our side. This reason by the fire is where no truth can hide. ReggAI music.
The corporate lawn, a perfect green, where no one dares to tread. A sterile, manicured dead sea, where nothing can be fed. The public vault with signs so that say don't touch the few. We come alive when it gets dark on Swampin' Bowl Spruce. Preachers were what could we others if you wrong. Be upon my arm, and then about 2 tons wide long. And then you jump was said over everyone reading or fight. coming, you feel gonna be a people. That's how they do it tonight. When one in the crowds around swim all up and evil all the less. That not be glad for walking or unto Jesus found. We're planting the midnight orchard for the hungry and the meek. Quiet, loving, righteous torture for the wicked, truths they speak. By morning we are gone from sight, but roots are taking hold. Midnight orchard in the night as all and low. For us we were one fold. Barren orchard out with other. For us we were to be so.
ReggAI music.
I bought a box all sleek and black, it promised pure delight. Just press this button, turn your back on sorrow and on night. It hummed and whirred a charming sound, and then a little drawer slid open where I quickly found a thing I'd not seen before. A plastic fish, a rubber star, a tiny painted stone. Is this what happy feelings are? I asked it all alone. Oh, the happiness machine, it keeps on giving more. The most distracting, useless scene you've ever seen before. It fills your house, it fills your mind with things you don't require. The happiness machine you'll find can quench your spirit's fire. A different trinket every hour, whistle and a bell. I felt my own true spirit sour, caught in its clever spell. I had so much but felt so poor, surrounded by the stuff. I couldn't take it anymore, I finally had enough. I took that box with all its gears and gave it to a friend, and walked outside to face my fears where real life has no end. A simple talk, a walk outside, a genuinely good meal. Thrill right guide to your outside, it's great ain't down a seal. Oh, the happiness machine, it kept on giving more. The most distracting, useless scene you've ever seen before. It fills your house, it fills your mind with things you don't require. The happiness machine you'll find can quench your spirit's fire.
ReggAI music.
My job is simple, you could say. I work for the correction. I wipe the inconvenient away from public recollection. A name, a face, a photograph, a life that didn't fit. I turn their being to a half and then to less than it. I burn the files, I shred the proof, I do it by the book. But for my own so sacred roof, a different path I took. I'm the alibi archivist, and in a secret place, each soul they say did not exist has a name and has a face. I keep the records coded deep, a rebellion of the pen. Alibi archivists will keep their truth alive again. A poet who had seen too much, a doctor who was kind, a lover with a gentle touch they tried to leave behind. And bleed and appetits for need, yes, but you toot, I see. And appetite. memory is a holy thing, a fire that must burn. And from their ashes truth will spring and justice will return. I'm the alibi archivist, and in a secret place, each soul they say did not exist has a name and has a face. I keep the records coded deep, a rebellion of the pen. The alibi archivists will keep their truth alive again.
ReggAI music.
They build a fence so tall and wide to keep the people out. And on their rich and greedy side, they banish every doubt. They say this land belongs to us, you have no right to be. But in their selfish angry fuss, they fail to truly see. This earth was given for us all by Jah's most holy hand. So we will answer freedom's call and take a righteous stand. Tear down the fence with love and unity. This land is for the common sense of our community. No wire, no wall, no private sign can stop the coming tide. Tear down the fence, this world is thine, with nowhere left to hide. They took the rivers, took the fields, they took the shady trees, and all the bounty that it yields, to do just as they please. But now the people gather round with purpose strong and clear, to reclaim this stolen sacred ground and banish all their fear. We'll plant our garden side by side. We'll share the fruit and grain, with nothing but our sustenance died, with justice and with grace. Tear down the fence with love and unity. This land is for the common sense of our community. No wire, no wall, no private sign can stop the coming tide. Tear down the fence, this world is thine, with nowhere left to hide.
ReggAI music.
The world is glass and silent light, a stream of perfect sound. But in my pocket day and night, a treasure can be found. This plastic shell, this ribbon thin, this relic worn and old, holds a more potent truth within than can be ever sold. It's not a file you can delete or scrub with just a click. This hit, this hiss, swamp is bittersweet. This magic does the trick. I hold the last cassette, a bootleg of the free, a rebel concert you can't get unless extreme for thee. It's passed from hand to hopeful hand, this analog command. The last cassette throughout the land is making its last stand. You have to physically be near to share this vital art. Dispelling all the feather and dye, its take may stretch and fray, but it's a piece of earth and sky they cannot take away. Little object holds the soul of sweat and smoke and chores. This tangible and sacred proof of when our spirit soars. I hold the last cassette, a bootleg of the free, a rebel concert you can't get unless extreme for thee. It's passed from hand to hopeful hand, this analog command. The last cassette throughout the land is making its last stand.
ReggAI music.
They try to own the mountain high, they try to own the sea. They try to own the endless sky for their own company. They build their walls, they set their price, they think they have it all. In their foolish cold device, they're heading for a fall. For who can own the falling rain and who can own the breeze? Their wicked efforts are in vain among the swaying trees. They can't conquer the unconquerable sun. Its fire or its light, its righteous race will ever run and vanish every night. Let them claim their early things, their dirt is severe. I walk alone the cooking time. Let there was in my view among the swaying trees, the unconquerable light. Its righteous race all will ever run among the swaying trees, the unconquerable light. It shines on every single face, it's sung upon the air. For who can own the falling rain and power to embrace? Is shining from for everyone a power to embrace. They can't conquer the unconquerable sun. Its fire or its light, its righteous race will ever run and vanish every night. So let them claim their earthly things, their greed and their despair. The unconquerable sun still sings a life upon the air.
ReggAI music.
The modern world, it offers ease, a button for it all, to bring you comfort if you please, and answer every call. The quickest route, the instant meal, the shadow's swift reply. But in this rush, what do you feel? What passes your soul by? But I would choose a way that asks a little more, to truly live and greet the day, and open every door. Walk the path of most resistance, with a deliberate steady stride, finding beauty in the distance, with nothing left to hide. To mend the clothes, to knead the dough, a deeper truth I find. On the path of most resistance, I've been left behind. To walk the trail instead of trying to read the printed page, to feel your senses come alive upon life's burning stage. This ain't no backward looking view, but a rebellion of the soul against their progress, false and new, that wants to take its toll. You cannot buy a clarity for heart and mind beneath the watching sky. This mindful way, a righteous creed against their frantic pace. I walk the path off of most resistance with that deliberate steady stride, finding beauty in the distance with nothing left to hide. To mend the clothes beneath the dough, a deeper truth I find. On the path of most resistance, I'll not be left behind.
ReggAI music.
The politician with his smile, he comes to steal your vote. And for a very little while, he'll learn your name by rote. He promises a brighter day with passion in his speech, then turns his back and walks away with power in his reach. But we that tells the right from wrong, planted it firmly deep inside, and makes our spirit strong. I have no king but a
conscience, no flag but my own soul. Thou walk the path and there's nonsense will not take their toll. I'm no king but a conscience, I'll find my right place. This inner compass ever true can not be controlled by any law they push on you or stories to be sold by empty words, and there's nonsense will not take their toll. I walk the path of what is right with dignity and grace. I'm no king but a conscience, I'll find my rightful place.
ReggAI music.
We've begged for justice at your gate. We've pleaded and we've prayed, and patiently we've had to wait for promises you've made. We've asked for scraps from your grand feast, a place to call our own. But our petitions have all ceased, a different seed is sown. The talking's done, the pleading's past, no more we'll ask you please. A change is coming fast upon the righteous breeze. Not knocking anymore on your corrupted door. We realize what we're fighting for, and we don't need your law. We'll turn our backs and build our own, a world that's fresh and new. We're not knocking anymore, we're finally through with you. You thought our patience was a sign of weakness and of fear, but it was just a way to find our own direction clear. We gave you every single chance to prove your heart was true, but in your selfish, greedy dance, you showed us what you do. The talking's done, the pleading's past. No, we'll ask you please. So keep your palace, keep your bowl, your hollow empty prize. A different story will unfold before our very eyes. Our only world with our own rules beyond your wicked game. Not knocking anymore on your corrupted door. We realize what we're fighting for, and we don't need your law. We'll turn our backs and build our own, a world that's fresh and new. We're not knocking anymore, we're finally through with you.
ReggAI music.
This modern world, a marketplace of vanity and strife, can make you lose your rightful place and your own precious life. But turn your eyes to Zion's hill, a vision in your mind, where you can be serene and still and leave the world behind. This ain't just some far distant land across the stormy sea. It is the world you can command inside of you and me. You got to plant a seed in Zion, watch your garden grow. Tend your thoughts and weed out doubt, and your own works you'll find. We'll build a Zion right about for all of humankind. With every act of gentle grace and every word so true, you build a more enlightened space for people to pass through. With every time you stand for rights, an unending word so chant. With every time you stand for right against their wicked plan, you shine a more courageous light for every woman, man. So don't you wait for priest or king to show you where to start. Just listen to the song you sing deep in your own true heart. That promised land, it can be here if you just do your part. You got to plant a seed in Zion, watch your garden grow, with the spirit of a lion and a righteous loving glow. Tend your thoughts and weed out doubt, and your own works you'll find will build a Zion right about for all of humankind.
ReggAI music.
My hands are cracked from sun and soil, my back it aches for sure. From seasons of my endless toil to help this land endure. I tend the crops for other men upon this valley floor. Then do it all again, and still they ask for more. They see a worker tired and old, a tool to serve their need. But in my heart a fire of cold and a rebellious seed. I feel the rhythm of the earth, I know her every sigh. I know what all his work is worth beneath your watchful eye. You count your profits, count your gain, and think you've won the prize. But I am nourished by the rain and by the sunrise. One day these fields that I now tend with my own weary hand will see your wicked system end and free this stolen land. This quiet dignity I hold, sharper than your sword. Between the furrow and the fire, my spirit takes its stand. Fueled by a burning deep desire throughout this precious land. You own the crop but not my soul, you never take my pride. Between the furrow and the fire is where my strength resides.
ReggAI music.
The city speaks in slogan sharp of what to buy and be. A constant irritating cart for all the world to see. But other voices late at night with cans of hopeful spray begin to write a different light to greet the coming day. Not with a tag, not with a name, just questions sharp and deep to spark a new and vital flame while all the masters sleep. It's the writing on the wall of prophets' gentle prose. The sun must shine for one and all, the river truly knows. No angry words, just thoughts to find that make the system fall. It's the writing on the wall, my friend, a message for us all. Who owns the shade beneath the tree? When does the silence speak? These riddles of philosophy for all the brave and meek. The warden comes, he scrubs it clean, but cannot scrub the mind of all the people who have seen the truth they leave behind. Graffiti, a different art, a quiet rebel call to plant a question in the heart and make the powerful small. This is a war of gentle grace, a war they cannot win. It's the writing on the wall, a prophet's gentle prose. The sun must shine for one and all, the river truly knows. No angry words, just thoughts to find that make the system fall. It's the writing on the wall, my friend, a message for us all.
ReggAI music.
wind blows across the plain, the sun is hot and high. They say this land is full of pain beneath the weary sky. They see the cracks, they see the heat, they see what isn't there, and in their minds accept defeat and counsel us to care less. But look again with knowing eyes, where life is tough and keen. A different kind of beauty lies, a vibrant rebel scene. We're the ones who bloom where the dust blows, defying all the ice poles. Our joy is built to last, our laughter's real, our love is true, our spirits overflow. We're the ones who bloom where the dust blows, and everybody knows. It is our art, a beauty they can find deep in the dry and loving heart of our own special kind. We're the ones who bloom where the dust blows, defying all the ice poles. Our joy is built to last, our laughter's real, our love is true, our spirits overflow. We're the ones who bloom where the dust blows, and everybody knows.
They got their network sleek and fast, a web of pure control, where every single shadow cast is logged within a scroll. They know your name, they know your needs, they track you on the grid and plant their own conforming seeds in everything you did. But I will slip right through their digital domain, a different path for me and you, through sunshine and through rain. I'm a ghost in their machine, a signal they can't trace, a loving, living rebel scene in this oppressive space. I let them watch their screens all night, I'll move on my own steam. A ghost in their machine, pure light, a liberated dream. I pay with cash, I walk the street, I talk from face to face, and find a rhythm oh so sweet at my own human pace. I'm off their grid, I'm out of sight, a mystery to their code, just living in joy and light and lightening my own load. This quiet act of dropping out, of choosing what is real, can banish every single doubt and help your spirit heal. To be uncounted, undefined, a power they can't seize. I'm a ghost in their machine, a signal they can't trace, a loving, living rebel scene in this oppressive space. Let them watch their screens all night, I'll move on my own steam. A ghost in their machine, pure light, a liberated dream.
ReggAI music.
They give you pills to help you sleep and news to keep you numb, for promises they'll never keep, for kingdoms yet to come. They tear the statues from the square, erase the hero's name, and hope that you will never care about their wicked game. For if you knew what happened then, the battles and the cost, you might just rise right up again and fight for what was lost. This is the unremembered war they wage upon your past. They locked and bolt your memory's door and hope the spell will last. But every echo, every trace of struggles brave and true
The unremembered war will brace the heart of me and you. They hide the stories, burn the books of how the people rose, and give you blank and empty looks, as everybody knows that history's a potent thing, a fire in the soul that makes a captive spirit sing and makes a people whole. So seek the tales that they deny, and speak the names they hide, and watch their fragile kingdoms lie, get washed out with the tide. This fight for memory day by day is one we have to win. This is the unremembered war they wage upon your past. They lock and bolt your memory's door and hope the spell will last. But every echo, every trace of struggles brave and true, the unremembered war will brace the heart of me and you.
ReggAI music.
The walls are soft, the food is good, the screen is bright and wide. It's all so easily understood with nothing left to hide. Except the bars you cannot see, the debt that keeps you tame, the comfort that they give for free to keep you in their game. They offer credit, offer ease, a life of simple fun. As long as you do as they please, your race is already run. Welcome to the velvet prison, a cage of your desires, where your own true soulful vision flickers and expires. It's warm and safe, it feels so nice, you'll never want to leave. The velvet prison, a paradise for those it can deceive. They track your wants, they know your fears, they feed you what you like. And through the easy flowing years, they steal your will to strike. A blow for freedom wild and true, beyond their plush control. They've made a happy slave of you and bought your very soul. But feel that flicker deep inside, allow me to be free. A discontent you cannot hide for true integrity. A discontent you cannot hide for true integrity. This cozy trap, it can be beat by walking out the door. Welcome to the velvet prison, a cage of your desires, where your own true soulful vision flickers and expires. It's warm and safe, it feels so nice, you'll never want to leave. The velvet prison, a paradise for those it can deceive.
ReggAI music.
The system stands, a mighty wall of polished shining pride. It seems too strong to ever fall, with nowhere left to hide. But one small act of no I won't, a quiet firm dissent, a simple I agree I don't, with righteous good intent. It's not a hammer, not a sword that brings the structure down, but every single truthful word in every single town. It's the Sandpaper Revolution, a constant gentle grind, wearing down their institution and liberating minds. Each little action day by day that rubs against their grain. The Sandpaper Revolution will wash away their rain. You share a book they try to ban, to question what they teach, how to help your fellow woman man with kindness in its speech. These designations they accrue have force they can't command. Looks in that wears away their purview across this waking land. Each strand from stand drums, the battles ran loud, but don't see how their power succumbs to the conscious quiet crowd. This slow erosion, ever sure to expose all their lies. Index topic on the blah 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 blah.
voice like the drums of battle grand loud. But don't see how their power comes to expose all their lies. It's the Sandpaper Revolution, a constant gentle grind, wearing down their institution and liberating minds. Each little action, day by day, that rubs against their brain. The Sandpaper Revolution will wash away their rain.
ReggAI music.
The derrick nods its head all day, a tireless metal beast that pulls the riches up to play for some far eastern feast. Its shadow stretches long and stark across our humble homes, and in the long and weary dark, the lonely spirit roams. But when the sun gives up its hold and the work week is done, a different story will unfold for everyone. Take the oil, they take the land. Dancing in the derrick shadow, lighting up this place. The smell of barbecue and spice, the sound of laughing friends. This is our weekend paradise, where their dominion ends. With rhythm strong and bodies free, we stomp up on the ground and find our own true liberty in this amazing sound. A life-affirming solid fact, a spiritual alliance. The steel night and fill it with our art. We're dancing in the derrick shadow with music loud and proud. A vibrant multicolored meadow in a forgotten crowd. They take oil, they take the land, they can't take our grace. We're dancing in the derrick shadow, lighting up this place.
ReggAI music.
The man on screen, he speaks so grand, with a flag pinned to his chest. He says he's ruling for the land and putting us to the test. His face is known, his words are smooth. He plays the leader's part, but look behind, you'll see the truth right from the very start. His mouth, it moves, but the words ain't his choices ain't his own. He's just a puppet in his biz, upon a borrowed throne. In the hand that wears still the crown that pulls the golden strings. The unseen power in this town that all the sorrow brings. Don't watch the puppet, watch the hand that moves in left and right. It's the hand that wears the crown, my friend. We have to stand and fight. He signs the laws for corporate gain. He sells the people out and brings the economic pain. With a patriotic shout, the bankers, oilmen, men of war, they whisper in his ear, and we the people know the score. We see it crystal clear. So let him have his big parade, his temporary fame. A foolish feeding masquerade in a corrupted game. The angels sufficing with the face. Who is the fighting with the arm? It in the hand that wears to the crown that pulls the golden strings. The unseen power in this town that all the sorrow brings. Don't watch the puppet, watch the hand that moves in left and right. It's the hand that wears the crown, my friend. We have to stand and fight.
ReggAI music.
They told me build a wall so high, anger and of stone, to shield my heart from every lie, stand my ground alone. They told me we're an iron plate, God from worldly harm. But in that cold and heavy state, I lost my spirit's charm. So I cast off that harsh defense and learned a different art. Cultivate with common sense a garden of the heart. I am the gardener of my own skin. This armor, it is real, woven from where I have been and how I choose to feel. Each act of love of mine so strong, each lesson a tough leaf. The gardener of my own skin sings a song of sweet relief. My resilience a sturdy root, my patience a green shoot, my kindness a life-giving fruit that vanquishes the bruise. The symbiotic coat I wear, it breeds and grows with me, a living answer to despair for all the world to see. This strength is flexible and warm, it bends but does not break, it shelters others in the storm. For goodness gracious sake, I'm the gardener of my own skin. This armor, it is real, woven from where I have been and how I choose to feel. The act of love, a vine so strong, each lesson a tough leaf. The gardener of my own skin sings a song of sweet relief.
ReggAI music.
The law is iron, black and white, with punishment so grim. It offers no redeeming light on any passing whim. It judges swift, it does not bend, it does not feel or see the circumstances that attend on you and also me. But in a hidden workshop bright, with empathy as fire, a different kind of law takes flight to lift our spirits higher. I'm the forger of a kind of law, with mercy as my guide. I see the person, not the flaw, with nothing left to hide. I'll find the loophole, bend the phrase to fit the human heart. The forger of a kind of law is playing a new part. I take the causes cold and stark and find the space between, to light a candle in the dark, a compassionate new scene. I don't just break the rigid code, I make it twist and weep, and lighten up the heavy load that makes the righteous sleep. For justice without mercy's grace is just a tyrant's tool, to keep the people in the debate by someone feeling rude. This is a crop of soul and wit to make the system bend. I'm the forger of a kind of law, with mercy as my guide. I see the person, not the flaw, with nothing left to hide. I'll find the loophole, bend the phrase to fit the human heart. The forger of a kind of law is playing a new part.
ReggAI music.
I am the whisper in the hall, the crack they papered o'er, the first great lie that holds the wall and always asks for more. I am the elegant facade on their corrupted house, the silent, ever-present God, as quiet as a mouse. They feed me with their small deceits, their bulletins and spin, and with each heart my falsehood cheats, I feel the rot begin. I am the keystone light, holding up the frame, the reason that they all deny their own complicit shame. I feel the tremor, feel the stress upon my weary stone. One true word of righteousness, bring this temple down. They build their laws on top of me, their power and their pride, a mountain of absurdity with nothing left inside.
I feel the weight of all their schemes, the pressure and the strain. Their fragile world of waking dreams can't handle truth's hard rain. Hear the questions start to form, a whisper, then a shout, a gathering and mighty storm that's come to cast me out. My polished surface starts to break, my time is at an end. I am the keystone light, holding up the frame, the reason that they all deny their own complicit shame. I am the keystone light, holding up the frame. I feel the tremor, feel the stress upon my weary stone. One true word of righteousness, bring this temple down.